funky night. Absolutely fantastic. First thing I want to say is you really have to take your hat off to Ida and give her the utmost respect, because the way she handles herself and the way she does things is pure class. Absolutely pure class. We're talking about a lady here that's toured the world with Prince and played in some of the largest venues in the world to thousands of people, and she's really seen it all. And when she comes to do a gig in London, she chooses to play, in all intents and purposes, a function room in a pub. I mean, you would be hard pressed to find a more intimate venue. You know, maybe a living room, and you know, you're welcome to come and try. But you know, just incredible. You think, wow, that's just fantastic. You know, £15 in a tiny venue like that is just remarkable. And everything she does, you know, the way she sells her music peer to peer, what Prince was doing towards the end, and you know, the way you can have, she always responds to you on Twitter if you know, say anything or like something or tweet something, she'll always respond as well. It's just fantastic. And you know, the way she meets and greets everybody, she's just, you know, absolutely world class. And you know, this is a brilliant musician as well. You know, Ida does everything, plays instruments, writes, sings, does the whole lot. And you know, in the music industry now that's kind of saturated with artists who charge hundreds and hundreds of pounds sometimes for arena shows, and all you get really is jumped up music videos, you know, just dancing and pyrotechnics, lip syncing, and barely an instrument in sight. You know, these are the gigs here, these small venues like this, that really matter. These are the gigs that inspire the next generation to want to pick up an instrument and learn to play and form the bands of the future. You know, it's so important that more young people come to these kinds of gigs. And as well, it was fantastic that Ida chose a venue like that, because in London itself, small music venues are really struggling, and a lot of them are shutting down. So for her to choose a venue like this, give it some support, is fantastic. As I say, this is where it's at. This is where it matters. This is grassroots almost, if you want to call it, you know, music, and it's really important. So fantastic. So I arrived at the Islington, no idea what to expect, never been there before. I looked at pictures online and I wondered, is there a downstairs, is there a basement, or you know, where's the performance area? You can't really tell on the photos. You walk in and literally the first thing you see is just a very tiny bar just there to the right as you walk in, and then a seating area to your left, a bit further down, like with some windows, and a standing area to your right, and then there was just the door kind of curtained off, and that was it, apart from the toilets. And it's like, okay, so I wonder what's behind that door then that's curtained off. So eventually it was opened when it was time to go in, and it was just another room, like I said, like a function room with a stage at the far end, and but it was so close, and everywhere was a great view. You were close to the action wherever you stood. It was created a great atmosphere. Actually, it was really good. I don't know what the capacity is. I can't find out. I tried to look, but it can't have been a lot. I don't think, you know, I don't know, 100 maybe you could get in there, maybe a bit more. I don't know. As I say, it was very intimate, very small. Incredible, absolutely incredible. So anyway, so Ida, she did probably about an hour and a half maximum, I think, something like that, and it was split into 2 sets, a little break in between, and she came out first set and boom, straight off the bat with You Can't Fake the Funk and Show Me What You Got. I mean, wow, what a way to start a concert. You might think, oh, hold those back, maybe, you know, because they're kind of Ida anthems now. They're, you know, especially Show Me What You Got as well, with Prince's involvement. They're really fan favourites, and but no, she just starts off, this is where we're going. And this is one thing you find with Ida as well, if you listen to her music, like on the Turn It Up album especially, just the pace is always up, always frantic. We're just going for it, and that's the way she started. Hit the ground running and off we go. So a great way to start proceedings, and had the energy up straight away in the room, so it was fantastic. She played songs off all 3 of her albums. Obviously she drew heavily on the last one, Turn It Up, which is, I say, released last year. And there were many standout moments for me. She did Fatty Paparetti, which is one of my favourites off Turn It Up. I just loved that, and I remember before the gig I was like, I hope she'll do that one, I hope she'll do that, and she did, and it was brilliant, really brilliant. It's just a crazy song, that, so I was so glad she played that, so thank you for doing that. That was great. A bit of Housequake was put in there at one point as well, which everyone went mad. A little bit the beat was played, you know, oh yeah, Housequake. So that was great. And then Throwback as well, brilliant. Oh wow. And Nightchild Reviews, who did their album last year, said if ever a song deserved to be played live, it is this one, and it's not wrong. Oh god, it was brilliant. Really, really good. And at the end there was a fantastic jam. The drummer did a kind of like solo, and they were all jamming with it, and then it would just pause and then carry on, and they all just jump in, and it went on. It was brilliant. Really, really good, and got a really great reception, that little jam bit at the end, little solo bit. They were brilliant. Really, really good. And when the set ended, first set ended, there was a guy on stage who was doing like sound effects and turntable scratching and all that, because there's a lot of hip hop influence in Ida's music. And him and the drummer had a little bit, and they did a kind of little jam, and it was fantastic. It was real old school 80s kind of hip hop, breakbeat, break dance, everything, you know. He was doing all the scratching, and he was doing the drums, and it was like, oh my god, this is like 1982 or something, you know. In 2017, where are you going to hear this live like this? It was just mega. I was like, wow, this is amazing. I was just waiting for a group of guys to walk in like fever tracksuits and start doing body popping and windmills and spinning on their heads and everything. I was like, yeah, this is amazing. So brilliant, really great moment that. I really enjoyed that. So then we had the interval, and when Ida came out for the second part of the show, she was on keyboards. And here's another standout moment for me. She did this incredible ballad. I'm not sure what it's called. It might be called Time. I know she was singing about time quite a lot in the song. It was a kind of relationship song, but it was just stunning. Really, really stunning. And I looked around the room while she was doing it, and everyone was just transfixed, just concentrating on Ida, watching her. And it was really great as well, because it gave her voice a real chance to come through and shine. You could hear, because Ida's got a fantastic voice. She's a lovely voice. When she sings the slow songs, it really comes through, and it's just lovely. For me personally, I really love it when she does that. On the Turn It Up album, there's a few slower paced tracks, not many, but there's a few on there, and her voice is lovely on those. I really love it. There's something about it that's just really great. It was a great moment for me, because when she sings our faster paced songs, she's got a really unique style as well in her voice. It's unlike anything you've heard. It's really cool. But yeah, to hear the ballads, and this was the only kind of slow song of the night. It was just stunning, really, really stunning. So yeah, brilliant, brilliant. While she was still on the keyboards, the guitarist started playing a very familiar hook. Suddenly some ding a ding a ding ding a ding a ding a ding a ding a ding. I recognise this, and she's playing the keyboards here. And just recently, I'd done a review of Sexy MF, which is one of my all-time favourite Prince tracks. And I'd also been learning it on guitar because I love it so much, and that's why I recognise the hook, because hang on, I was playing that last night. Ding a ding a ding ding ding, and she's jamming on the key. I was like, come on, come on, come on, they're gonna do it. And she got up, putting the bass on, ding, still doing it, ding a ding a ding. I was like, come on, come on. Then suddenly, dun 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 dun, yes, yes, dun dun, go on, do the whole thing, dun dun. And they went right through, dun 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 dun. And being dirty-minded Londoners that we are, we all responded with gusto. You sexy mother! Ow! Yeah, mustn't say the rude word. And yeah, brilliant. And that was a great moment. And for me, it really brought back memories of my first ever Prince gig. You know, Diamonds and Pearls World Tour, 1992, when Prince did Sexy MF for the first time in front of the crowd. He had 18,000 people, and they was all going sexy man. So it really caught the spirit of that for that moment. It really did. So thank you so much for doing that. For me personally, that was a brilliant moment. I really, really loved that. So that was great. And also, it's just great the fun they're having on stage as well. You really got to see that. They were really enjoying themselves. There were many times when they were kind of laughing at, amongst themselves, and a little bit of friendly banter was going on between them. And in fact, when Ida was doing Heart of Stone, at one point she just cracked up laughing and couldn't even deliver the line. It was just so great, just having a good old laugh and trying to compose herself. And I thought it was brilliant. It's really great. If they're having a good time, you're going to have a good time. It just transfers over to the audience. So that was brilliant as well. And yeah, really, really enjoyed that. As I say, and then she went on to do two crowd involving songs at the end, Turn It Up, and one called Booyah, I think, which is on the other album. But Turn It Up, everyone was going, yeah, yeah. She's getting everyone to go, yeah, yeah. And everyone jumped in and did that, of course, and joined in. It was just fantastic. And Booyah as well, Booyah, Booyah. And it didn't matter that you didn't know some of the songs, because I've only heard one album of Ida's. I want to get the other two. I'm desperately going to try and find those now. And but it didn't matter, because all the music was just so funky, just so great. Just bob your head to it and dance to it. It didn't matter, because the music was just so great. And Ida did some incredible bass solos, and it's fantastic, world class. and she chose to end the set with the last song on her Turn It Up album, Free Your Mind, and a great song to end on. It's a reggae inspired track, but it's just got a great message and a great sentiment to end the night on. You know, free your mind. The world needs love. We all need love. You know, give a hand to someone who needs it, or be the one to receive it. So a great message to end the night on, I think, and it was really, really great. So yeah, fantastic gig, absolutely fantastic. Not long after the gig finished, Ida came out to meet and greet everybody, which she's well known for doing, signing CDs and T-shirts and stuff, which was fantastic. And again, anywhere else, any other artist would charge you for that. They would, you know, it would be another £100 meet and greet, but not here. You know, it's just pure class. It's just it felt like family. You know, you're all friends. You know, all in this together. And she just comes out and meets and chats to everybody. She's so friendly. She gives up so much of her time, and it's fantastic. So I kind of let everybody get in there and do whatever, you know, say hello and what have you. And I thought eventually I'll come up and say hi. My friend Nightchild, who couldn't come to the gig, had said to me, you know, give her a hug. And I said, yeah. And, you know, I promised him I'd do a review on YouTube, which is what I'm doing, because he couldn't come. And so I said that to her. I said, oh, you know, I'm doing a review for Nightchild. Oh, you friends? I said, yeah, we're friends. She said, oh, give him a big hug for me. Well, he said, give you a big hug. So virtual hugs all around, everybody. Feel the love. So it was great, lovely moment. And my brother was filming it for us, and she said hello to, you know, on the camera and what have you. So yeah, fantastic. So lovely to meet you. It was great. So yeah, really, really good. And that was a lovely end to a great evening. So as I say, £15 for that, for absolute world-class band, musician. If she comes to your town, you've got to do it. You've got to go. It's so worth it. It really, really is. And it's only March, so who knows? There may be more gigs this year. Hopefully in London. I really hope so. My living room's free, so yeah, you know, just give us a call. So one thing left to say: turn it up. Yeah, yeah.
Video.
Jane. He said to me, give Ida a hug for me. Yeah, a hug for you, Jane. I'll send you my review on YouTube. Thank you so much.
what you got. Show me what you got. Show me what you got. Show me what you